guys, General Tony here, your host, and welcome back my friends to a brand new episode on the channel. I'm losing my voice a little bit, so I'm going to keep it just a little bit more quiet. I do apologize guys, but for anyone that's new to the channel, you may not know this, but we bring you all update information as soon as I hear it on an episode on the channel guys. And yesterday, there was an interview done with a Supercell COC employee, and inside of this interview he gave some juicy information regarding the future of the game guys. I'm talking about new troops, future updates, and also the possibility of new skins being added into the current troops and features in the game. So stay tuned, we're going to give you all the questions and all the answers that the employee answered in this video right now. If you have any questions you want to ask Supercell, let me know down below in that comment section guys, and if we get some great ones, I might make an extra video, put all the questions into one, and maybe send over the video to Supercell. Okay, so how we're going to break this down, the employee for Supercell answered over a dozen questions. Some of them are really interesting, like will there be new content coming into the game, will there be new skins, we're going to cover all of that. And then there were some smaller questions which were slightly more vague and he didn't really give an answer to. We're going to leave those ones guys because they're not as juicy. So let's do this. By the way, leave a like if you are as excited as I am for this next update to drop. And don't forget, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Almost at 2.1 million subs. So let's start this off guys. I'm actually going to start off with the skins. So for those of you that don't know what skins are basically the aesthetic look to the troops. So how they look. So for example, we've got the Barbarian. The Barbarian is currently got a yellow skin. You know, he represents a yellow troop in the game. The Hog Rider, you know, he's a darker troop. You've got the Minion, he's a blue troop. You've got the Archer, she wears pink and green. That is basically what a skin represents. So the employee was asked by the interviewee, would there be new skins added into the game ever, or will Supercell not do that? Well, they basically said that they are looking into this, and there is now a possibility that in the future, they would love to add new skins into the game. Now, what they basically said was that there would be a possibility that we might be able to buy these skins for, of course, gems, guys. So I don't know, they could be free. You might have to pay for them. We're just going to have to wait and see. And fingers crossed, they will be added in the future. So thumbs up if you think that would be a great idea. Obviously, we're all hoping that they would be free, guys. But, you know, even if a couple are free and then you have to pay some gems for the rest, that would be absolutely awesome. So thumbs up if you want some new skins added into the game. Now, we have so many questions and answers to go through. I'm going to try and get the best ones out the way first, guys. And here's a really big one. So I'm not going to lie. Myself, just like the majority of people watching this video, also thought that there would be some new update information regarding, I don't know, Build Us All 7, or even some new features on the main base during the first week of September. But we didn't get anything, and this could be the reason why. So the actual Supercell employee said that when there are seasonal updates, the other updates, which, you know, are like the big ones, like Build Us All 7, actually have to stop at a halt whilst the COC team focuses on the seasonal update. So for example, apparently Clashiversary is a seasonal update. So if Supercell were working on Build Us All 7, but then Clashiversary gets in the way, they actually have to leave Build Us All 7 and focus on the Clashiversary event. And when it's over, they can continue to work on the main update, guys. So that could have been what happened. You never know though. Or maybe they just planned on releasing the update information later. All I'm going to say is, guys, it's almost guaranteed that there is going to be another huge update by the end of the year. I'm guessing we're going to receive some news during October. I don't really know though. We might not receive anything during this month, September. All I'm going to say is though, subscribe to the channel, guys. I will provide you with all update information which has been officially released from Supercell. Okay, so we're going to move on to another really huge question. Inside of the interview, they were asked, will the Builders Hall get more attention than the main village, than, you know, Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10, Town Hall 11, inside of the next couple of updates? And the answer was pretty awesome. They basically stated, the employee stated, that Supercell do not plan on focusing on one or either village. They plan on focusing on both, guys. Both villages are going to be receiving updates across the year and of course into 2018. What they did say is though, obviously the Town Hall 11 base, the main village, is over 5 years old and the Builders base is coming up to 4 months old. So obviously the Builders base has probably got, you know, a bigger, brighter future ahead of it in terms of new features, the amount of features which are going to be adding into the game. But they also stated, and this is the exciting part, guys, that both the main village and of course the builders village will be receiving new content. Now that doesn't just mean new levels to troops, guys. It actually means new troops, and he emphasized this inside of the interview, that there will be new content. So not just levels, not just, you know, new spell levels, maybe some new goblin maps. New content, that means new troops, new defenses, possibly a new town hall level in the future, new builders hall levels, maybe even the existence of new heroes sometime down the line, guys. So pretty much the possibilities are endless, especially with the Supercell team, very creative, and of course they're not scared to take risks when it comes to adding new things in the game, guys. I mean, look at the Eagle Artillery, it's an absolute beast, but they added it in and they made it work. So that's awesome. New content will 100% be coming to the builder space and of course the main village, and it's new content. It doesn't just mean new levels, so that's exciting and we have that to look forward to. So moving on, let's take a look at some of the more interesting questions. So the interviewer actually asked, will you consider doing a Q&A every 2 to 3 months for the COC community? So for those of you that don't know, I believe Clash Royale actually has a development team which does Q&As regularly, like maybe 4 or 5 times a year. But we, the COC community, actually don't have that, guys, and there is a huge difference. You know, some people don't play both games. I mean, me myself, to be honest with you, I haven't played Royale for quite some time now. It's gone downhill for me, but hopefully they said they will be looking to putting out interviews every 8 to 12 weeks. That would be awesome. It keeps us, the community, in the loop. We know what's going to be coming into the game. We know changes they want to make, and hopefully it works out well. Now that leads us on to the next question. Inside of the interview, the employee was actually asked, will you be more transparent with the COC community for future updates, guys? So for those of you that actually don't know as well, they were comparing COC and Clash Royale updates, and apparently Clash Royale receives more update notes in comparison to COC. Well, hopefully they said that COC will now change, and it will also have a lot more update notes. Very transparent, being honest with the community about what's going to be coming into the game, changes they want to make, and what works and what doesn't. So keep on moving, let's go on to one of the next questions. Now this wasn't really a question, it was more of a statement from the employee from Supercell. They basically stated that they wanted to ensure everyone knows that the Supercell Clash of Clans development team only works on COC, and they don't, you know, give time to other projects. Apparently there's been, you know, some rumors in the community that loads of the COC team went over to Royale. Well, he's stating that that's not true, and that there is always a COC development team. In fact, I believe he said the COC team receives more work in comparison to the Royale team, and if they ever want to work on extra projects, you know, like new games or anything like that, it's only a very limited amount of time they give to it until it becomes, you know, a beta, and then everyone else starts to test it. So we just wanted to be clear there that COC always and will always have a development team. Of course, it is the leading game for Supercell, it is the oldest, and to be honest with you, my opinion, it's by far the best, guys. But let's keep going. A couple more questions. This is an interesting one. I'm Town Hall level 11, and I want to know the answer to this. Why do we only have 75 level 12 walls at Town Hall 11? Well, he answered, and he said, I don't know. He actually doesn't know why there's only, you know, 75 level 12 walls at Town Hall 11. So for those of you that aren't Town Hall 11, the white walls inside of my base, everyone always says to me, Tony, why aren't you maxing them out? You can't, guys. You're only allowed a limit of 75. Supercell has actually set a limit. You can't max any more than 75 out. And inside of the interview, they did say this could be for a specific reason. Maybe it's just to give Town Hall 11 something to do in the future, or it could be because one day they might add something on top of these 75 walls, like, you know, some sort of defense mechanism or something like that. But let's keep going. So another question by the community, will there be more flags added into the game? Once again, he said he doesn't know, but I've actually done my own research on this, guys, and according to Supercell, there will be no more flags added until all update devices are updated and changed. So apparently flags take too much data, and the older devices, like, you know, the iPhone 5s and stuff like that, or the Android devices, apparently they can't handle all the data which is added from the flags. So let's finish off with the final few questions, guys. Well, there were a lot more, but these are just the interesting ones. So during the interview, the employee wanted to make it clear that the sole purpose of ever buffing or nerfing troops in the past or the present is solely due to the meta, guys. So he wanted to make sure that everyone understands if a troop does receive a troop buff or a troop nerf, it's simply to make it balanced. He was stating that, you know, the game has always had a big balance and they never want to focus on one troop. Basically, during the interview, someone said, why are the miners, you know, not as great as they used to be? What was the point in buffing them or nerfing them? And the employee basically stated, it's all about the meta, guys. It all comes down to the meta. The game does need a balance. Obviously, at Town Hall 7, you've got dragons, which, you know, I would say overused. Town Hall 8, I would say there's a bit more of a balance. Town Hall 9's pretty awesome, to be honest. Perhaps the best Town Hall level of all. You know, you've got interaction with the Hog Riders. You've got, you know, air troops being used. So that's pretty great for Town Hall. And, you know, the meta that's used at Town Hall 9. Town Hall 10 and 11 start to kind of become singly, you know, they kind of, I'm not going to lie, kind of use one or two troops. And it kind of sucks, but that's just the way it is. No one really uses certain troops at Town Hall 11. But to be honest with you, they all work. It's just some do slightly better than the other. I wouldn't say one is, you know, the main focus. And that pretty much concludes the interview, guys. So the only one problem I have with the entire interview is the part about Supercell always wanting to add new content into the game and not just new levels. So during the interview, the employee basically stated that Supercell will always be adding new content, not just new levels to troops and stuff. Well, my argument to that is we haven't received a new troop since the Baby Dragon and the Miner were added, I believe, back in 2015. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. 2 years ago, we haven't received a single troop. There are currently 19 troops inside of the game. We want new ones, and we want them now. If you've made it all the way to the end of the episode, guys, leave a like if you agree with me. Subscribe to the channel, and please do not forget, let me know down below in that comment section any other questions you have. Tweet them at Supercell or let me know them down below. If there's some really cool ones, I would be more than happy to make a video and hopefully at Supercell's Twitter, and maybe they'll see it, and you never know, we could get some questions inside of the next Supercell Clash of Clans employee interview. That would be awesome. So I'm going to see you in a couple of hours for another episode, guys. Join the family. 2.1 million subscribers almost. Have a great evening. Peace out.